Hello guys, I am proud to announce I finally have my new figure. I've been wanting to show you guys for a very long time, so here it is. After all these years or months, I finally have him. This is the 6-inch Mechagodzilla figure. We're going to do an in-depth analysis, why you should 100% buy it, its flaws, and my final rating. So, let's go. So first up, this Mechagodzilla figure is pretty amazing. Now, for articulation, his arms could move, same too with his other one. You could move his claws up and down, spin them, and unhinge them. You can go all the way like this, or just like this. And his legs, both of them do move, and both of his feet kind of swivel a little bit. And his tail, you can move this joint right here and this one right here. Now, in the packaging, when you get the Mechagodzilla figure, his tail is unattached. So you just take the tail and just shove it up his butt, and you put it in his, and you, just like that. So, and sadly, you cannot move his neck, and you can't close the mouth. Well, if you can, if you have like super Hulk strength. So now, let's go with like the height. So we'll do the 6-inch figures, the 6-inch Godzilla vs. Kong figures. So this is my 6-inch Kong figure. He comes pretty much to Mechagodzilla's knee, just barely. Like, he comes up a little bit too short. But that's okay. It's just a Godzilla figure. Speaking of Godzilla, here is Godzilla right here. And here they are side by side. And Godzilla is just as tall as Mechagodzilla. And finally, I have the Alpha Skullcrawler. And it's literally small. I think the Skullcrawler figure right here may be the smallest Godzilla vs. Kong figure I ever owned. Now let's do more size comparisons. So this is the 11-inch Mechagodzilla. So we'll pan up like this. And I'll measure him with Godzilla. And as you can see, Godzilla is slightly taller than Mechagodzilla. About pretty much like a couple of centimeters taller. And this right here, if you saw my last review, this is my Mega Punching Kong I reviewed last week. And he's literally taller than Mechagodzilla. Like, Mechagodzilla, for like the very tip of his head, comes just short on Kong's shoulder. So this Kong right here probably might be the biggest figure. Unless if I get the atomic breath shooting Godzilla. And maybe get some more figures. So here's my final rating. So my final rating for this figure is an 8 out of 10 stars. The only flaws I wish Playmates would do is that bend these joints right here, the arms right here, and have a little bit of some movement on the neck, and open and close his mouth. Because most of the other 11-inch figures like Kong or Godzilla, they only move their legs, their hands, their arms, and their tail. Well, except Kong, because he doesn't have a tail, he just has a butt. And Mechagodzilla's design looks pretty good. His dorsal fins right here are pretty good. They're probably even a bit better than the 6-inch figure, because they have a little bit of some more silver onto him. But do you know what's really stressful? This. There's not even silver painted on his dorsal fins. Hopefully, when I make a stop action with this figure, maybe I could hopefully update this figure. And the last flaw I kind of have with it is that it has these exposed screws. But that's okay, because I guess you could get, I guess you could slap on some screws and just pretend that it's handmade. So overall, my final rating of this figure is like a 7.5 out of 10. A 7.5 out of a 7.5 to 8 out of 10 stars. This figure is pretty good. The detailing is okay. Its articulation, hopefully Playmates could update. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review on the 11-inch Mechagodzilla figure. I'm so happy I finally have this figure. His design looks pretty good. And hopefully next time, when I review another video, I can maybe get like the 6-inch Mechagodzilla figure, maybe the Warbat, or maybe I could show you some of my other Godzilla vs. Kong figures. Or maybe the Battle War Godzilla vs. Kong, the Atomic Breath Blasting Godzilla, and much more figures. So anyways, that was my review on the 6-inch figure of Mechagodzilla. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you next time.